Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Stock Market Morning Prep video for Tuesday, May 19th. Markets pushed up yet again, making new all-time highs in the S&P and the Dow Jones. We did have light volume, actually extremely light volume in the markets yesterday, and that is something to be cautious about. We are lagging a little bit in the Russell 2000 and yet again in the Dow Jones Transportation Average. That obviously could play catch-up, but I just have to say use caution here, guys. We're coming into two of my targets from I mentioned in December, 2135 and then 2150 in the ES. So it does look like that we might meet our target today in the E-mini S&P at 2135. We're trading right now at 2130.75, and we're up $4.75. That due to the ECB pumping more liquidity into their markets and standing behind their QE program. So that kind of put a bit into stocks, sold off the euro, and of course the dollar popped on that news. So nothing but good things again, and markets continue to go higher. I would use extreme caution here. Like I keep mentioning, markets are made to fool the masses. Does the market stop going up from here? No, of course not. We want to continue to play the trend, the extended trend, the very extended trend to the upside. So just definitely use caution. I would not be buying stocks up here as far as adding to a position. Obviously, if you're day trading, you want to stick to the trend, and the trend is indeed up. So let's continue to find out what's attributing to this move. One thing is the banks, and we've been talking about that for quite some time, for the last few weeks. I do like the banks, but they're a little bit extended up here. I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback if I can. XLF ETF for the banks and financials. You can see we've been on this base here. And you know what's nice about it? We are now hitting this area. And if you could see here, we literally just took that out by a few pennies yesterday. So doing nicely. The 8, the 20, the 50 all starting to move up, trending higher, curling up. So that is a very good sign. But again, on no volume. Okay, so we've got to use caution here. Not saying the markets are stopping today, but we definitely want to use caution. I've seen this many times already. S&P, Spiders, the ETF, and we have taken out the ascending triangle, this upper end. That confirms this ascending triangle is now in play. It is a bullish sign, so we need to watch where we go from here. And I think right now, again, guys, the path of least resistance is up. Do not short. There's no reason to short this market. There'll be plenty of time if the market and when the market wants to move lower, we will pick our spots to get short. But at this time, it is not giving us a sell signal by any stretch of means. Russell 2000, as you can see here, I had that bear flag. We broke back above it. So this now is just an uptrend channel making higher highs and higher lows. We still have that lower high from this big guy right in this area here. So this lower high from here. But in this short channel here, we are making higher highs and higher lows. So again, in an uptrend channel, let's see if it can bust out and make at least challenge these highs here yet again. That is a good sign, though, for the Russell 2000. Transport did manage to get back above the 200-day moving average. That is also okay. But again, still, guys, right? We're still making that lower high, lower high, lower high, and again, lower high, and we're still underneath the 50. So the transports definitely needs a lot of work to do. But again, you can see here, better than expected average volume to the upside, but still a little bit lighter than usual. So I'd like to see these transports take out the 50 and really take out this small short-term top here, and then start to take this out. Once that happens, then we'll start eating up the supply area here, and then we could really start to get going again to the upside. I like to see all of the indices moving along, chugging along, all in the same manner. I hate market divergence because once you have that, you just don't know what's going to happen, what's going to drive the stocks lower. Is it going to be the transports? Is it going to be the Russell? Or is it going to be the Dow Jones? No one really knows. So that's why I like to say let's just keep it really simple. Let's look for the best setups possible and stick to the sector rotation. What's happening right now? We have bonds getting sold. There are bounces in bonds, obviously, because we did get quite a bit of a sell-off. But I think any bounces will eventually get sold into. I do think bonds have topped. or at least in the topping process. That's probably a better word for it. So, any big bounces in bonds, I'd like to short into any resistance. Here's the transports anyway, and you can see that bonds that we were looking to short, money can come and rotate back into equities. Then that's what I'm saying, guys. I don't see a really big, major correction in the wing. I mean, I'd love to see a 10%, 8 or 10% correction, and if that does happen, it'd probably be really slim and it'll only be for a couple of days, and then I think that needs to be bought. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for something, hopefully in the next 2 to 4 weeks. We can get a little bit of profit taking, then that profit taking turns into a small correction. So that's what we're going to be looking for in the next coming weeks. And here's the cues lastly, as you can see, doing well outside day from the previous day. We have new order flow, new money coming into the markets here. So that is a good sign, okay? I love to see the markets move higher, but I would also love to see the markets actually take a breather and take a step back a little bit, maybe correct, even if it's not, 8, 10 or 12, an 8 or 6% correction would be a little bit better. It'll reset everything, and anything that's overbought will be reset, and then we can start looking to buy stocks then, all right? Hope that helps, guys. Keep an eye on those banks and financials. They look like they're kind of hubbing along pretty nicely here. And watch the home builders, too, because when the banks and financial move, home builders eventually will start to pick up as well. Have a great day, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.